WTSR Holiday Hour proudly presents the WTSR radio version of the story of Esther. With music from Walt Disney Motion Pictures, animated or not. As always, the Holiday Hour will be brought to you by Paley's Bakery, maker of cakes, cookies, and homemade rye bread. It's the bakery for all your simkas, brisses, bar mitzvahs, and weddings. And for the holiday season, try our 57 varieties of Humintashen. Whether it's apricot, chocolate, or poppy seed, our Humintashen are the tastiest. WTSR Holiday Hour presents the whole Megillah of Esther.
It begins like all other Disney stories with a fairy godmother.
talk about capital punishment. I'm for it. Oh yes, but only for 3 crimes. 1, people who have 20 items in the 15-item express line. I hate them. Number 2, people who unfasten their seatbelts and stand up before the airplane comes to a complete stop. I once was the flight attendant who had to tell everyone to sit back down. Number 3, people who have to check their emails in the middle of a movie theater. You know who you are. Cut that out. What? Oh, okay. Oh, yes. No, where was I? Oh, yes. To continue with the show. Well, to continue with the show, this is Ahasuerus as a little boy.
Hi, Fairy Godmother.
When Ahasuerus was an infant, his parents gave him a golden scepter to start getting him used to being king.
That's not a golden scepter. It's silver.
This is Radio Kid. Live with it. Oh, now, where was I? Oh, yes. They soon regretted this action as the toy golden scepter became his security blanket, which he was never without. But the young Ahasuerus didn't call his toy a golden scepter. He called it a doodah.
I love my doodah.
And this is Esther as a little girl.
Happy Godmother.
When Esther was a child, her cousin Mordecai gave her a toy golden crown.
It's not a golden crown. It's a silver tiara.
Don't start with me. That's all they had at the party store. Now what was that? Oh, yes. And Mordecai told her that even though she was a Jewish orphan, she could still grow up to be a beautiful queen. He soon regretted this action as her toy golden scepter, or rather her golden crown, became her security blanket, which she was never without. But little Esther didn't call her toy a golden crown. She called it a dilly dilly.
I love my dilly dilly.
me. Esther, read that. Why can't you be a kid like little Martha Stewart next door? She's only 8 years old, and she spends all day cooking, sewing, planting, painting, and manipulating stuff.
Aw, very godmother.
Don't go fairy godmother me.
Why are you looking so glum?
I'm just a kid, but I'm gonna be a queen someday. Why are you looking so glum?
I'm just a kid, but I'm gonna be king someday. Wow, small world, isn't it?
It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world.
20 years have passed. Ahasuerus has traded in his doodah for the real thing and is now king of all Persia. Esther has traded in her dilly-dilly for a laptop computer and is hoping to marry a Wall Street type. And King Ahasuerus is happily married to Vashti.
Vashti?
Hi, King. What can I do for you?
Vashti, what do you do all day?
I wake up with Al,
Who's Al?
and then I go shopping, follow my lunch and Days of Our Lives, Dr. Oz, then the Shopping Network, and then I call Chinese takeout for our dinner.
Well, I hate to interrupt your important itinerary, but I need you to liven up my party for every prince in Persia. They're all bored playing pin the tail on the camel. I want you to put on that Victoria's Secret number you only wear when Santa's coming to dinner, and come and strut your stuff.
Strut my stuff? Gag me! Stuff it!
Vashti, please.
Ahasuerus, I have just 2 words for you.
2 words? What are they?
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata?
Means you haven't a clue.
Hakuna Matata?
Means you're just passing through. From now on, to our gender we're true. It's the axiom for each soccer mom. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. They can cook their own broth. Hakuna Matata. Since the first wife's law. It needs no housework and no gasoline run. Every Persian wife will get along. Hakuna Matata. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. I have a headache, dear. Hakuna Matata. I think I'll have a career. Hakuna Matata. Crime from Lysistrata. It's our problem-free philosophy.
Vashti, I thought you were Sleeping Beauty, and you turned out to be Dumbo.
Rather Dumbo than Bimbo.
Vashti, that's it. You're finished at Shushan Palace. Go to the provost office, turn in your Visa card, and pick up your walking papers.
You can't get rid of me. I'm like the most important person in the Megillah.
No, Vashti. I'm the most important character in the Megillah.
Small world, isn't it?
It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small
Wow, what do I do now? Shushan Palace needs a first lady. Who's going to get me out of hot water? I better consult the wise persons. They are the wisest spin doctors in all Persia.
You mean Twiddly-Dum and Twiddly-Dee?
No, I fired Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
How come?
Because you couldn't pronounce their names, and I couldn't find them on Facebook.
Who did you hire?
3 wise persons with 3 great names. Bibbidi, Bobbidi, and Boo.
I levy taxes and taxes.
I signed the king's IOU.
Put us together and what have we got? Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Balance the budget. Somewhere budget.
Numbers don't lie, but we do.
Put us together and what have we got? Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Now sometimes we move left, and sometimes we move right. Now left may be right, but right makes it right. So none of the left will be left. Right! Well, there we're ending. How can we spending? From posters we take our cue. Put us together and what have you got? Bibbidi bobbidi boo. We never blink, never drive and drink. When things get intense, we straddle the fence. We're always the first ones to blink. We sing the king's praises, sing turquoise raises with our voices falling. Put us together and what have you got? Bibbidi bobbidi, don't call it hoppity. Bibbidi bobbidi, we do hip hoppity. Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
And now, a word from our sponsor, Haley's Bakery.
Hi, Sarah. What are you noshing? That sounds so good.
Fresh almond fashion filled with Trader Joe's new crunchy cookie butter. A Haley Bakery exclusive. Would you like to try some?
It's so delicious. In Mechaya, that flaky dough reminds me of my boobies hamantashen. Where did you say you got it?
Haley's Bakery, of course.
I always got my hamantashen at Emmanuel's Bakery. But with a taste like this, I'm switching to Haley's Bakery because...
And now, back to our show.
Wise persons, I don't need another song and dance. I need some advice.
Advice? That's what we're good at, King.
Wise persons, I had to give Queen Vashti early retirement. I need a new queen, and I need her fast.
I hear a health club is a good place to meet the opposite sex.
We should hold a beauty pageant on the boardwalk of Atlantic City. Summon all the fair young maidens from all over Persia and choose the most beautiful one to be your new queen. You know something? It could become an annual event.
Great idea, an annual beauty pageant. Now all we need is an annual MC. If only we had an everyman kind of handsome, funny, with a big smile that wrote this line.
Welcome everybody, I'm your genial rabbinical host, Bert Parks Paley. Here they come, all over Miss Persia land. Here they come, your ideal. And of course, here are our contestants, Miss Tigris and Miss Euphrates. Okay, Miss Sodom and Miss Gomorrah. Yes, of course, Miss Red Sea, Miss High Sea. Yes, Miss Burning Bush. And Miss Laura Bush. Okay, there you go, excellent. Miss Esther Persia contest and be your new queen.
That's a tough call, Bert. Can I see them in their swimsuits one more time?
I'm afraid that's a bad idea, and I'm afraid it's against the rules. You're gonna have to make your choice now.
Well, I think I like the one wearing the funny little crown.
And the winner is... The winner is Miss Esther!
I won. I'm the Queen of Persia.
Let me be the first to call you Queen Esther.
Oh, Mordecai, now that I'm leaving your home, do you have any words of advice?
Yes, always remember 3 things. Number 1, don't let the king catch you watching Honey Boo Boo. Number 2, don't resign before you die. And number 3, when you sing the Persian national anthem on television, don't lip sync.
Got it.
And one more thing, give me an easy job at Shushan Palace.
Oh, okay.
One more thing, don't tell the king that you're Jewish. Now, keep going.
Hello again. I see you got to be king.
I thought I recognized that little crown. Esther, I'm so happy. I want to give you the world's most wonderful wedding present. What would you like?
A toaster.
A toaster? It's yours. Isn't it fantastic? You got to be queen just like you said.
And you got to be king.
Small world, isn't it? Maybe we should hold another beauty pageant?
I don't think so.
Okay, who's on my short list?
Danny DeVito, Woody Allen, and Heyman.
Danny and Woody are too short and would never be approved by Congress. I choose Heyman. Such a ruthless, lying, hateful scoundrel, he'll have no problem being confirmed.
Larry will get you nowhere, King. But when my country calls, I must accept. Now I need something that makes me immediately recognized and feared.
You need a Toshin!
A Toshin?
A hat!
A hat?
A Toshin!
A Toshin?
A hat!
How about this one?
A Rangers baseball cap. The Rangers are only scary if they're not in the World Series.
How's this?
A Mark Cuban tassel hat. But it's only scary on a basketball court.
Here's the one.
Whose hat is that?
Ahmadinejad's.
Who?
From Persia.
What? Too scary. That's it. That's my Toshin.
Your Toshin?
My hat.
Your hat?
My Toshin.
Your Toshin?
My hat.
His hat!
Torture!
the economy, stupid.
No problem. But first you have to issue a decree.
You can have an honorary degree from the University of Persia.
Not a degree, a decree. You have to issue a decree that everyone in the kingdom must bow down to me.
Done. Now get to work.
I can't believe my good luck. My cousin Esther is Queen of Persia. She got me a union job with full benefits guarding the king's palace. I discovered a plot to kill the king and became a hero. I'm the most important character in the Megillah.
That's what you think. The Megillah would be a bore without a great villain. That makes me the most important character. My name is Haman. You must bow down to me.
Sorry, Haman. I would Jew and Jews only bow down to God.
You Jews give me an Excedrin headache.
There, you should call my doctor. He's the best doctor in Persia.
Dr. Kevorkian? Junior? Thanks, Mordecai. But since the king decreed that everyone else must bow down to me, you and all the Jews will die on my gallows.
But I work for the king.
Well, I work for the king, too. Small world, isn't it?
At the church.
you too, Esther.
Lighten up, Thad. There must be a way out of this.
There is. You must confront the king. Tell him you're Jewish and save our people.
That will make me the most important character in the Megillah. But if the king doesn't raise his golden scepter, I'll be the most important dead character in the Megillah.
But you're Jewish, Esther. You'll be put to death anyway.
Yeah.
Snow White, Esther. We're all Jewish too.
Small world, isn't it?
It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world.
Esther, are you out of your mind? You'll be put to death if I don't raise my golden scepter.
Don't you mean your golden tula, remember?
You're wearing your dilly-dilly. There. I could never kill you, Queen Esther. Now tell me what's wrong.
Haman agreed that all the Jews must die before Mordecai would, because Mordecai would not bow down to him.
It's easy for you to say. I know I gave the decree the royal okay.
Well, Mordecai saved your life. Don't you remember? It's written down in your diary.
That's right.
And Mordecai is my cousin and raised me, and that means I'm Jewish too.
Why didn't you tell me before we got married?
Because I knew the palace chaplain doesn't perform interfaith marriages.
Esther, I love you. We'll fix Haman and all his followers. I'll send a text message to Haman and Mordecai to come before me immediately. That was quick.
We were tweeting and got your message.
Vashti, what are you doing here? You're not in this part of the Megillah.
I know, King. But I was on Facebook, too, and saw your message. And for 4,000 years, I've wanted to meet Esther and Mordecai and Haman. Hi, Esther. You're looking beautiful.
Thanks, Vashti. That's the nicest thing you say about me.
Hi, Mordecai. You've got a lot of guts not bowing down to Haman.
Thanks, Vashti. That's the nicest thing you could say about me.
Hi, Haman. Terminal peace. Never changes his ways.
Thanks, Vashti. That's the nicest thing you could say about me.
Well, now, five of you. Oh yeah, what was I? Oh yeah. Now that we have the five of you together, maybe we can settle the question. Who is the most important character in the Megillah?
That's easy. Vashti.
Hey,
Ahasuerus.
Every year you know you're gonna hear us. As you hear our stories, you hope you will endear us. Vashti, Haman, Mordecai, Esther, Ahasuerus. Read the Megillah, read it.
someone to pick. You grogger when you hear my name, and that makes you feel great. And Hamantash and Zora, if you don't have Haman's hat. But that means I'm top cat.
According to the biblical station in the Midrash, Haman life imprisonment with no chance of parole, and his 10 sons and followers get probation, plus 200 hours of community service.
Okay, Haman. This year you get life imprisonment with no parole.
Wow, talk about your virtual reality. King, you better watch your step, or people are gonna call you the L word.
God and Sarah, Haman, forget me.
Hi, fairy godmother.
That's my fairy godmother.
That's my fairy godmother, too.
All together now.
Small world is small world
Isn't there anything else we can sing?
Faith is a glorious dream, bright as a morning spring. I feel like I should dwell. Have you ever seen the Purim Schpiel? Ever done so well? Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Esther, and singing from a tree. Mordecai has got the giant one's head, serves the king and off by three. Oh, how I swear a chance of looking clean now, but still I assume that she must be wrong. And while she's doing fine, she's great and proud. She should shove friends and angry and sunny now. Oh, it's the jolly holiday of Purim. No wonder that it's Esther that we love.
Remember the beauty contest the king had after Vashti left and all the eligible contestants?
1, 2, 3, and Debbie and Barrett had eggs that were winning. Nina and Kathy sang their hearts fitting.
Monterey is delightful, Shelley is disarming, Zelda and Bella both are charming.
Heidi is dashing, her hair is sweet. Grace is smashing, her cookies and cake.
Hey, up on the rooftop, I heard such a clatter. This section is fun, so will you any better?
To the top, the winner was Esther, and that's where we stop. Oh, it's the jolly holiday of Purim. No wonder that it's Esther that we
put this together in less time than you think. Thank you all, and happy Purim, and wait, what? Oh, and don't forget the junior choir sign. And the guys with the applause sign. Thank you all very much, and good night.